Alright, so when it comes to the name Rick Ware Racing, unfortunately, people, well mainly NASCAR fans, will think about Rick Ware Racing as a terrible team. And to be honest, as a Rick Ware Racing defender, that's not really fair. I know they're like it depends, smaller midfield team and all that, but they're not the worst team in the world, and I hate that people still treat them as such. As Rick Ware Racing defender, my only issue with the Cup Series, their Cup program, is that they keep hiring shitty drivers. They've had some good drivers that helped them finish, top 10, top 15, top 20. They're not a bad team if you hire the right driver. But that's not what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Rick Ware Racing's NHRA team. And yes, for those who watch other racing series, y'all have seen Rick Ware Racing everywhere. And let me try to list them in my mind. IndyCar, IMSA, USAC, ARCA, Late Models, and NHRA. And I know I'm missing something else, but I'm just going by a series what I really watch. Like the American Flat Track. I don't watch that, but Rick Ware Racing owns that team. Anyway, so let's talk about their NHRA team. Rick Ware Racing has been in NHRA since mid-2022, with a partnership from another team, if I remember. And Tracey Millican has been driving for Rick Ware Racing ever since. Here's a fact that not a lot of people may know, but Rick Ware Racing's NHRA Top Fuel team is actually a good team. I wouldn't say like they're an A+ team. I say A- or B+, but they're a really good competitive team. Tracey Millican has won some more races with Rick Ware Racing than his other teams in his previous years since racing in the sport. Not only that, Tracey Millican won the 2024 U.S. Nationals for Rick Ware Racing's Top Fuel team. You'll see them contending for wins. You'll see them contending for championships. And I feel like starting at the 2025 U.S. Nationals and moving forward into 2026, I feel like Rick Ware Racing's NHRA Top Fuel team is going to cook like they never cooked before. Not only you got Tracey Millican, who's won races, a championship contender, and even a U.S. Nationals winner. But guess what? Rick Ware Racing hired one of, if not the greatest Top Fuel driver of all time, the winningest Top Fuel NHRA driver of all time, 8-time champion, Tony Schumacher. Tony Schumacher is back in the sports. All he needed was funding. All he needed was a race team. And guess what? Earlier this year, Tony Schumacher signed with Rick Ware Racing. And recently, a couple weeks ago, as of the making this video, Tony Schumacher has tested Rick Ware Racing's Top Fuel second car. And he's got a sponsor, and I feel really good about this. I've been having this in my mind for a while. I've been wanting to make a video about this, talking about this, because you got Tony Schumacher, the Sarge, in Rick Ware Racing. And Rick's team so far, they've shown that they can compete for wins and championships. And I feel like with Tony Schumacher, as long as he gets used to racing for Rick Ware Racing and gets his feet wet with the team, I feel like he would be his old self again. It's been a while since we've seen Tony Schumacher dominate the entire sport, dominate the Top Fuel class. And I feel like whenever Tony Schumacher gets his groove in the sport, I have a really good feeling that Tracey Millican and Tony Schumacher will compete for not only race wins, but compete for championships. Both cars, both drivers. I feel like Rick Ware Racing has it really good so far, hiring the Sarge in the team. And I feel really confident. I'm really excited to see what they have in stores starting at the U.S. Nationals this year and next year as well, whenever Tony Schumacher goes full-time. Schumacher's going to do some races for the remainder of this year, but he's going to go back full-time next year. So I'm really happy and confident to see how they'll do. I'm excited. And what's even better about this is that Rick Ware Racing sold their NASCAR Cup Series team to some random Spire individual that will now own Rick's team starting next year. On the bright side, Rick Ware doesn't have to worry about Cody Ware anymore. So thank the freaking Lord. No more Cody Ware embarrassing his dad's team. That is the new team's problem now. So sadly, Cody's not out of the racing seat. But hey, that's the new team's problem now. Rick Ware doesn't have to deal with his sorry-ass fucking child. So there's that. But as for the team, I'm really excited to see what they have in stores. Heck, even the Tracey Millican vlogs are going to be even more fun to watch. They were fun to watch, but it was also fun to watch to see Clay with Tony Schumacher and Rick Ware Racing, while Tony Schumacher was testing, while a bunch of teams were testing as well. But I can't wait to see what we have in stores later on this year and next year with the team. I have a really good, confidential feeling that they'll continue to not only step up their game, but maybe become an A-plus team with the drivers that they have and the team that they have. So I'm excited. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just that damn excited. So for those who watch NHRA, what do you guys think about Rick Ware Racing's NHRA Top Fuel team and their future with Tracey Millican and Tony Schumacher? Tell me in the comments below. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Ian, and I talk about racing. Goodbye, everybody.